Hey guys, this is part 27 of my video story, and we are at the end of March. Well, just one race left in March before we head on to a pretty busy April. This race is the Volta Limburg Classic in the Netherlands, which is flat, primarily anyway. There's a few little lumps, but it's flat. It's another Sprinters Classic, so 199 kilometers, again around about the 200 mark, which is what most of these races are. Nothing special. Should be a sprint. So last Sprinters Classic we won with Hashir, and he's here again. Again, our only real shot at winning this, but a lot of guys are fit. Just a couple of threes, but mostly twos. And as you can see, everyone's favourite injured man is back. Finally, Waldo is ready to go. So hopefully he should make it to the end and be a good lead out for Hashir. If he has a good day, he might even be the leader. You never know. The rest of the team is Van der Velde, Cassidy, Gibson, Bakker, Dieperveen and De Vries. Obviously the bottom two are both Dutch, so another home race for them. I think Dieperveen will be allowed in the break, but I don't know actually, because who knows. One of these bottom three will be in the break, Bakker, Dieperveen or De Vries. I guess seeing as it's a Dutch race, one of the Dutch guys should be allowed in the break. But I need one of them, whichever one it isn't, as early on in the lead-out train. So that's the plan. As I say, Hashir should be our leader, but in extreme circumstances it might switch to Van Maxfield, like if he's +5 on the day, or if Hashir is -5. So yeah. So we have 75 kilometers to go. The breakaway of 12 has 3 minutes and a bit. De Vries is the rider in there for us. Dieperveen was right at the back at the start, nowhere near when all the attacks went, so we had to go with De Vries instead. No one really strong in this group. Van Rensburg possibly the best, but it's all fairly average riders, as you'd expect. These hills are fairly significant. It's certainly not as flat as I thought, but the end is flat, so it should be easy enough to manage. Hashir has struggled a bit with the climbs, but should be able to look after him, get him over them, and set him up for the sprint. So we'll come back at the end and see what's what. So we have 7 kilometers to go. The breakaway still has a small lead, but we're bringing them back. There was a big crash which split the peloton. Quite a few big guys left behind. People like Trusov is not going to be able to compete in this sprint. Forgot to give people their bars. Lead out wise, didn't go brilliantly because everyone used too much energy to get onto the train. So Van der Velde, for example, who's not on a good day anyway, to be fair, go past him. He used so much energy to get onto the wheels, nearly killed him. So don't think he's going to be able to take a turn at all. But Gibson's on +3, so we just about caught the breakaway. Hashir's in a decent shape here. What the hell are these guys doing? Are they on Dieperveen's wheel? Interesting. So not sure how much Van der Velde's going to do. Is he even going to go past Dieperveen? No. Right. So this is it, Nick. That's it. Get us back into position. Chiselink's going quicker than our lead out, so I'm not paying any attention here. I need to nail it. Go on, Tyler. 68 sprint. Oh, you cheat. You cheat. Nick, get on his wheel. Oh, you cheats. ruined it. You have to try and follow somebody else. Nick's just going to have to go here. He's been blocked by a cheat. Right, so Gislink's finally been caught. Thwaites is in the lead at the moment, but he's never winning it. Van Maxfield's amazing acceleration is showing here. Who's going to get the win? Van Steen? Looks like it. It's vans everywhere. Van. Waldo's going to get 4th, maybe. So Van Steen wins for Top Sport, then Van Dijk, and then Van Maxfield gets 3rd on his return. Hashir just got his race was ruined there. 190 something kilometres. We looked after him, just for one idiot from Top Sport to ruin his whole race. Annoying. But Waldo rescued it for us. So the podium was filled by vans. 2 Belgians and a Dutch. Hashir was 7th. Gibson 12th. It was a really good lead up by Gibson actually. I feel a bit of an underrated rider, Gibson. Strong all round. Cassidy was 29th somehow. Then Van der Velde 37th. Deepavine 43rd. De Vries 51st. And Bakker 82nd. Right, you won't be surprised to hear that the hills killed Bakker. Even those hills were too much for him. So, yeah, that's good though from Waldo. Good to see him back with a bang. Okay, guys, best result ever. Ian Stannard has won De Ronde. This is life changing. Stannard and Leukemans. Obviously, we're in an early attack or something. Beat Bonin and Cancellara. This is mind blowing. Anyway, obviously we're now in April, and I said I was going to go through the schedule, so I will. And as I've said before, it's really hard planning a season when you've got 30 riders, and most of them are very similar. Even if you're different types of riders, you're similar abilities. So it's difficult, always picking one sprinter, one leader. It's very difficult. So I've tried my best. Please don't moan at me if you're not in a race you want to be. But if there's something, obviously not in the next week because it's too late, but later in the month or something, a race that you really want to be in, then tell me and I'll see what I can do. But I'm not going to just keep changing the calendar. It is difficult to plan a season, but I think I'm doing an okay job. So first up we've got the Circuit Sarthe, which is 5 stages, 2 flat ones, short time trial, and 2 hilly stages. Team for that is Cassidy, Gibson, Da Silva, Schroeder, Van der Velde, Van Maxfield, Bakker and Gombok. After with there being a short time trial, we've got Schroeder, Van der Velde, Van Maxfield, Bakker. They can all time trial, so definitely going for a good result in the time trial. As for the GC, well, Da Silva and Schroeder, both very, very strong. See who's the best on the day. Circuit des Ardennes, similar race, but just a 1 hilly stage and a team time trial instead of an individual time trial. Team will be Hashir, Yamada, Natanga, Smith, Meek, Bennett, St Ledger and Mujagic. Again, team time trial is massively important. So we've got St Ledger, Yamada. That's pretty much it. They can time trial, I think. Meek's okay, as is Smith. So we could lose a bit of time in the team time trial, but hopefully Natanga can do well on the hilly stage. Then a few one-day races, all French. Paris Camembert, which is a hilly race. Team there is Varga, Fischer, Bekele, Kumano, Da Silva, Van Maxfield, Rodriguez and Zoltan. I don't know what the plan will be there. It's hilly, but it doesn't really look that hard. Maybe I'm wrong. It doesn't look that hard. It should be a sprint, I think. GP de Denan is flat. And that's Cassidy, Van Maxfield, Bakker, Gombok, Juricas, De Vries, Zoltan, and Heikkinen making his debut. Although he's shockingly unfit, so just teammate duty there. Trobro Leon, which is another cobbled race, although there really aren't many cobbled sections. There's a couple near the end though. Hashia, Gibson, Varga, Van der Velde, Dieperveen, Van Maxfield, Kelly, and De Vries will do that. Then the Tour de Korea, which is a big race. Recovery is definitely going to be tested here. We've got a flat stage, although none of the flat stages are actually flat. They've all got a fair amount of climbing in it. Stage 2 is flat but hills. Stage 3 is the summit finish. That's where the GC will be half decided, I guess. Need our climbers to perform there. Stage 4 is flat but a big lump in the middle. Stage 5 is a 25km team time trial. So again, strong performance needed from our TT men. Stage 6 is flat, but again some tough climbs in it. 7 is flat. 8's the easiest stage of the race. So it's definitely be a hard one. Yamada again racing over in East Asia, big race for him. And then Kumano, Rodriguez, Bennett, Meek, St. Ledger, Zoltan, and Mujagic. Lots of climbers. Just Zoltan for the sprints, which, considering 6 of the stages are sprint stages, it's a lot of pressure on him. But we're just trying to get up there. And GC, looking at that team, actually, it is a lot of climbers. I could probably have taken an extra TT guy for the team time trial, but we'll see how it goes. The rest of the races are the Rutland Melton Classic, which is our first race in Britain. It's big for the sponsors, being a British team. Then another Italian race with a lovely long name, and Himmerland Runt, which are on the same day. And then at the end of the month, the Tour of the Reservoir, again in Britain. So, see the riders that are doing it. It's pretty much our classics team for Rutland Melton, because I think it's the hardest cobbled race we're going to do this season. Yep. Then these 2 races here, almost everyone is doing something here, because only Da Silva isn't, because he's on holiday. He's gone back to Brazil. He's flying back to Brazil after that race. He's the only one that's not doing anything, but everyone else is very busy. A couple of guys doing two races, because they're very fit at this stage of the season. Becker, Fisher, Kelly, doing both. So a lot of races coming up. So let's hope we can all perform where we need to. As I say, that Tour de Korea will test recovery as well. So I don't know what these guys' recovery is like, but if your recovery is bad, you're going to be in serious trouble at the end of that race. So the first stage of the Circuit Sarthe, as you can see, is flat. There's 3 categorised climbs they've managed to find, but it's flat. The race itself, stage 4 is the same stage we did in Alentejo, so at least I know it now. So it's going to be decided in the last 3 stages. Obviously the first 2 are just for the sprinters to have some fun. And I forget what sprinter we have here. Gombok, that's the one, our best sprinter. So hopefully, with Van Maxfield's form that he seems to be in already, he can help him obviously in the sprints. And Da Silva and Schroeder just going for the GC. Even though Da Silva can sprint himself, he's not going to waste energy in these first 2 stages. Schroeder obviously is in a much better position than Da Silva, because his prologue is 21 better, and it's a 7km time trial. So Da Silva's going to be like way down after that time trial. Schroeder, Van Maxfield, Van der Velde, and Bakker all going for the time trial. And then Cassidy and Gibson. Cassidy will just be, well, I don't know, I was going to say just be a teammate, but maybe put him in the break. Gibson, this race does not really have anything for him, so he's, I guess, just going to be working for the sprinters in these first 2 stages, and then the GC guys in the last 2. The plan today is, I don't think we'll go for the breakaway. Just sit in their bunch, hold tight and wait for the tougher stages to come. Obviously give Gombok a chance in the sprint, with Van Maxfield helping him. Right, we have 3 kilometers to go. There's a bit of carnage here. Cassidy's still up the road, but he's got no chance. I'm trying to do a lead out here, but you might as well rest. Gibson is just kind of going off on his own. Gombok has been blocked. He's kind of out now, and then Barter blocks him again. Cassidy is done. Another good lead out from Gibson here. It's just a shame Gombok is nowhere near. I mean, it's been another hard, windy day. Crosswinds. The majority of the sprinters actually are in this group because they were sitting right near the back for some reason. So Modelo's in here, Napolitano's in here. Can't remember any others, but there's quite a few sprinters back there. So there's not many sprinters up here, to be honest. Sure, I should probably be sprinting with Gibson. Don't know if it makes much difference, but again, just like the other race, Thwaites is the leading sprinter. Gombok's trying to get out here. Oh, hang on, we're going to have to sprint with De Silva and Schroeder, otherwise it's going to be a split. Waldo's going early. The advantage he's got is going to be wiped out else. Go Gombok, go! Gibson's done. Oh, it's a drag race between our two. Nobody else is in it. I did say all this, but oh, look at the speed that Gombok's got. He's just... goodbye. Goodbye. This can only be followed by the Sagan, a win of that dominance. What a ride by Gombok. I mean, as I say, a lot of the sprinters have been dropped, so not the hardest win. Van Maxfield just holds on for second ahead of Colbrelli. Bardiani had 2 guys up there, but their actual sprinter, their main sprinter's been dropped, so interesting they didn't send anyone back. Wow, Da Silva got 8th. Wasn't paying any attention there. Gibson, Schroeder, Van der Velde, Cassidy, Bakker, everyone in the all of our guys in the lead group even. I don't know how many people will get the same time. Is that a split? Doubt it'll be counted, to be honest. That definitely is a split though. So come back on the results screen and see the damage. That headline barely fits on the paper. Maybe they should have thought about making that headline a bit more concise, I guess. But we definitely were a cut above the rest there. Gombok was obviously +4 on the day. I didn't mention it, I don't think, but I'm sure you saw it. So it was pretty easy, to be honest. So yeah, Gibson 12th, Schroeder 18th, Van der Velde 34th, Cassidy 43rd after another good day out in the break, Bakker 66th, and that split was 79 riders. So there's already some that are out of this. So GC wise, Litea, or however you pronounce it, won both the intermediate sprints in the breakaway. Cassidy was second at the first one, didn't get any at the final one. So obviously we've got the leader's jersey now. Climber's jersey, Cassidy won all 3 easily, so he'll wear that. We've got all the jerseys at the moment. Well, we won't wear them. Gombok can't wear all of them. He's only human. So it's a great start. We should be able to. Obviously tomorrow it's a short stage. Should be pretty easy to defend the jersey, to be honest. But I don't want to tire too many people out. People like Bakker, for example. I want to save him for the time trial. Give him a chance. So we'll see. That'll be the next stage. In the next video, definitely get stage 2 and 3 done. Should be able to easily fit in 4. But for now, that's it. So just join me next time for the rest of this race. And thanks for watching.